A special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
Beam walks in. That shot, He scores! Aiden Beam makes it 1-0 with 6:18 to go in the third, and a 5-on-3 power play goal for the Capitals.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Capitals are brought to you by Leisure Palace, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, AGE, Kathy Sunshine Properties, and Dakota Storm Roofing.
Comes back out. There's a shot and they score! A shot from Richard Babcock. I believe it went off Brandon Valley and in, and it was tipped in as Bridger Babcock will get the first of the game, his second of the season.
The Capitals are also brought to you by Beck Motor Company, Ferding Electric, First Fidelity Bank, Xander Auto Parts, State Farm Becky Potsuba Agency, and River Bottom Sanitation.
Here's a 3-on-1 developing for the Capitals. Kitts moving in with Schweitzer. Kitts leaves it back for Dodson. He scores! And Dylan Dodson gives the Caps a 4-3 lead.
The Oahe Capitals are also brought to you by American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine Agency, the Boys and Girls Club, Herman's and Endodontics, Weatherall Roofing, Wagner Auto, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. And now for the call, let's head to the booth and the voice of the Oahe Capitals, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to the Shields Iceplex as we are getting set for the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls West Flyers in our first of two games here at the Iceplex as the Caps will look to go to 3-0 the season. Sioux Falls West is looking to go to 3-0 on the season as well. After they make that 2-0 on the season, they played just that one game. Sioux Falls East played last night. Sioux Falls West has only played just that one game so far in the win against the Sioux Center Storm when they got the 11-1 victory over the Storm. This should be a good matchup and a good test for the Capitals. This is a team for the Oahe Capitals who are coming in at 2-0 with wins over Mitchell in the last second and then got a dominating second, third period win against the Aberdeen Cougars last Saturday and Sunday. So now here tonight and tomorrow, really good opportunity to see exactly where they stack up. Not that Mitchell and Aberdeen aren't going to be good teams, but you know a Sioux Falls Flyers team, whether it's the West team or the East team, you know they're going to be near the top of the standings. So to be able to go toe-to-toe with them, get a couple wins, get a couple points, whatever it might be, play close with them will be really good for this Capitals team and see where they kind of stack up as we get set to start to make our way closer to the Christmas break. There is no real Christmas break. They'll play the weekend before and after Christmas. But we're getting closer to Christmas now, getting after Thanksgiving and move into the middle part of the season, even though we're only into Game 3. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Let's take our first break in the pregame show. We're going to talk more about this matchup, give you an update on the girls game that's going up on in Brookings right now. We'll come back after this. You're listening to Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you. AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Hi, this is Bridger Babcock, captain of the Hawaii Capitals, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we continue our pregame show between the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Falls West Flyers. John Winkler with you on this Saturday night. Real quick, we give you an updates here in the Caps and Brookings girls varsity game. It is a 4-0 lead for the Brookings Rangers in the second period, right in about 10 minutes to go in that second period. The Caps were out shooting the Rangers 13-7 in that first period, but it was 4 goals, 2 from Kenzie Grendler, and then Maya Forrester and Sawyer Triplett have scored, as it is a 4-0 lead for the Rangers over the Caps right now in Brookings. We'll keep you updated on that and maybe get a look in as we get farther along in the game, as well as we continue here getting ready for this contest between the Caps and the Flyers, Sioux Falls West Flyers and the Hawaii Capitals. We've got one more break before we get starting lineups and the opening puck drop. Back after this, you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at Ferding.com. That's Ferding.com.
When you bank with First Fidelity, we reinvest your deposit right back into our community. We make loans to local families, farms, and small businesses. Community reinvestment is one of our basic purposes. It's vital to the local economy. It also helps grow our community. Stop by one of our branches today. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Hi, this is Logan Anderson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, the lights are out, and the Sioux Falls Flyers are making their way onto the ice. We will get our starting lineups here in just a moment. Caps are going to go with Noah Luking, who is making his second start. As I think that's Jace Hand who is making his second start. Hand played in the Aberdeen game in that win over the Aberdeen Cougars, where, let's see if I can get back to it here to give you the full totals for Jace Hand. As Hand, in that one game so far, he made 31 saves on 33 shots, .935 save percentage, and a 1.76 goals against average. As we will also see Lewis Yerke in nets for the Sioux Falls West Flyers, as Yerke has played in that one game. He had 3.53 goals against average, .692 save percentage. I think it was an 8-4 win. It's an 11-1 win. That was Sioux Falls East that won over the Sioux Center Storm. Sioux Falls West won 8-4 over Mitchell in their one game that they have played so far. As the starting lineups are being introduced, it is going to be Dylan Dotson, Aiden Bowder, and Brecken Furman, the three forwards, with Aiden Beam, Bridger Babcock on defense, and Jace Hand between the pipes for the Hawaii Capitals. As for the Sioux Falls West Flyers, again, Lewis Yerke will be between the pipes. Trying to see the other numbers that are going to be starting for this Sioux Falls West team. As we'll send it over, we'll send it across for the introduction of the Sioux Falls West Flyers.
And now for your Sioux Falls West Flyers, starting on white ring, number 10, Jackson Brewer. On left wing, number 26, Beckett Hawley. On defense, number 19, Jackson Henry. On the other defense, number 6, Jack Zitter. At center, number 62, Eddie Jerky. And your taking in goal, number 94, Lewis Jerky. The head coach for the Sioux Falls Flyers, Aaron Bates, assisted by Tristan Scanlon and Corey Dickerson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise, remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart, and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad.
Is that a DJ pad?
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and on the rockets ran the bombs bursting in. It proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So we're ready to go here from the Sioux Falls here as the Shields Iceplex as we get set for the opening face-off between the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls West Flyers. As again, it is going to be Jackson Brewer, Edison Yerke, and Beckett Haldy, the three forwards, with Jackson Henry and Jack Zinter, the two defensemen, and Lewis Yerke will be between the pipes for the Sioux Falls West Flyers against the Oahe Capitals. We are getting set to be on time here between these two teams, between the Capitals and the Sioux Falls West Flyers. We'll see Sioux Falls East tomorrow to be a 2:30 start time. We'll be on the air around 2:10 for that coverage of that game. JV just lost a close matchup 3-2. They led 1-0 and 2-1, but Sioux Falls West didn't get the final goal and took a 3-2 lead and were able to hold on in a 6-on-5 opportunity as they end up with the win, and the Caps fall just short of going 3-0 on the JV side. We're ready to go. Is Edson Yerke and Aiden Bowder on the opening face-off. We're underway, as it will be the Capitals that have it first. Brecken Furman gets hit by Jackson Henry, but the Caps will get the puck into the offensive zone. It'll come here to the near side as the Flyers will go from left to right on your radio dial. Over to Bridger Babcock for the Capitals. Bowder trying to swing a stick at it, and two players are being tumbling down to the ice, trying to find the free. As here's a shot on and a save made by Jay Sand quickly from Brewer, who was wide open in front of the nets, and a short breakaway and a great save there by Hand on the first shot of the hockey game. 40 seconds in, Sioux Falls West had a golden opportunity to go up 1-0. This will be kept in the zone by Yerke. It'll be played to the far side for Beckett Haldy, who's playing his first game of the season. Did not play last Friday or last week. Here's a shot that will go high over the top of Hand, stays in play as onto the ice to make that still on the ice of Jack Zinter, one of the two defensemen to start. Here's Jack Campbell behind the net for Sioux Falls West as they are controlling play early on. Side of the net, a shot and a save made by Hand as he was able to get down. There's another chance they score. They will score. Coach Badger is saying that the net was off its moorings, but Jackson Henry does score early on with 15:52 to go. Coach Badger he hasn't been able to talk to one of the referees and ask him if the net was on its moorings or not. But Jackson Henry will get his first goal of the season just 1 minute and 8 seconds into the game. And Sioux Falls West is really flying in the offensive zone early on. The Caps had no offensive pressure in the first minute and 8 seconds of the hockey game. Jack Campbell here for the West Flyers. That's going to be turned over in the neutral zone. Moving up ahead, here's a chance for Logan Anderson. Backhanded to the net. Then it was off of a stick that came to the net for Yerke to have to play. Out to Cooper Beestrom. Goes across for Van Rokel. Shot to the net. Goes wide of the net. And it'll be still behind. Out to the blue line. And Van Rokel just can't hold the zone. We'll throw it here to the near side for Cooper Beestrom, who will send it in. The wide of Yerke. 15:15 to go here in the first period. And a 1-0 lead for the Flyers. This will be played out to the far side, still on the near side, out to the blue line. Beestrom with a shot right on to Yerke to make the save, right through traffic, but Yerke saw it cleanly. And we get a whistle with 15:07 to go here in the first period. And the shots are even 2-2, but it is an early goal for Jackson Henry, as it is Campbell and Dunn. So Jackson Henry gets it from Jack Campbell and Jackson Dunn. And it's a 1-0 lead. A whole bunch of Jacks on the score sheet early on. Here's a play. Beam out in front for Furman, and he tried to chop into the net. Played back behind the net for Bowder, but that one will miss. And it'll be the Flyers that will get out of the zone. It'll be played all the way down. It's going to be held in. Here is Haldy. Haldy will center one, looking for Brewer, unable to get to him. And it's up to head for Dylan Dodson. The Caps can go 3-on-2 in the offensive zone. Dodson moves in, tries to throw it in front to Furman. And it will come back behind the nets and back here to the near side where Jack Zinter will have it. Zinter will try and set it up. Instead, it's going to be Dodson out in front for Furman, and his stick was tied up as he couldn't get a shot free. He had a wide open net to tie the game up. 14-18 to go here in the first period. Dodson will throw a hit. This puck will come out free in the top of the zone. Beastrom trying to get a shot, but that was blocked. Backhands it, keeps it in the zone momentarily as it's into the corner here on the near side. Dodson, he's going to throw a check on Zinter. It'll come around to the far side. Haldy has it, and he'll come out of the zone. A chance for a 2-on-1 the other way. Brewer will move in. Brewer is still with it, but a good stick from Cooper Beastrom to eliminate a 2-on-1 chance, and no shot there from the Flyers. This centering pass is broken up. Dodson will intercept it, and then Dodson will send it across ice, slowed down in place of Brecken Furman. Furman walks in, his shot, that's a glove save made by Yerke on the backhand. And we get another whistle with 13:40 to go here in the first period. Lady Capitals in Brookings right now. They're, as they close into the other second period, they're down 5-0 to Brookings. Fourth game of the season for the Caps. There's a shot that just misses, maybe hit the post off the faceoff. This will be out of the zone, and now moving up ahead and trying to walk it in was number 81, Braden Hitz. It comes out of the zone, and now it's Caden Walti that will chase after the puck. It was first picked up by Spencer Sharon, and Sharon up to the far side of the ice. He'll move it into the neutral zone. The defenseman will step up and try and get past Bridger Babcock, but a good defensive play by Bridger Babcock. Puck is still loose, and now we will get the whistle. Net might have came off as well, but we get the stoppage with 13:10 to go here in the first period. Sioux Falls West still leads 1-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. First time we said Braden Hitt's name, and that's a great hockey name. Real fitting for the sport. This face-off was won, a backhand to the net, and Jace Hand made a left pad save. This will be flipped to the blue line. That's going to be held in. Now it's a chance with a shot, and that one will be blocked by Beastrom. This will be played around. That one came from Jackson Dunn. Here on the near side, Dunn had 3 goals in that 8-4 win against Mitchell. As Edwards will hold it in. Carson Edwards, there's a backhander, another save made by Hand, as Hand has been very busy early on. There's another shot at a save. Rebound was loose. Edwards throwing a reverse hit on Logan Anderson. Then he throws another hit on Ian Schweitzer. And the puck will be sent to the blue line out of the zone from the corner. As this will be back in by Jack Zinter. Still delayed offside here for Sioux Falls West, as the Capitals will able to get the puck starting to move north, but it's turned back over, and Haldy has it. Haldy 1-on-3, trying to cut free. Hand will come out of his crease just barely, but he's able to get a big stick on it. And out to the blue line, Schweitzer in the backhand gets it out, and the Caps can make a change, but here come the Sioux Falls West Flyers right back into the offensive zone. Spencer Sharon from the near side, that shot off the glove of Hand, it stays in play. And behind the net, so avoiding the referee, is picked back up by the West Flyers. Here is now Brewer with blind centering pass. It was a good centering pass, but no one there for it, Sioux Falls West. As Furman now moves it overhead for Dodson. His shot was off of a body, blocker down. It was wide. Here's a pass back out top for Babcock with a shot, and that one just missed. Maybe the right pad save made by Yerke, but a really good look there from Babcock as he got his head up, was looking all the way to shoot the puck, nearly picked his spot perfectly. As it's now Beam that will send it here to the nearest side, but that's going to be intercepted and moved back into the zone by number 28 and Egan Gielan. That pass from the near side misses everybody, and we'll see our first icing of the contest with 11:13 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 lead for Sioux Falls West. Jackson Henry, who had 2 assists in that 8-4 win over Mitchell, got his first of the game. Campbell got his 2nd assist of the year, and Jackson Dunn picked up his 6 points. He had 3 goals and 2 assists. As this will be played around on the glass from the near side to the far side of the ice and into the offensive zone. As it's going to be moved in, and there's a shot that will go wide. That comes from Logan Anderson. This comes right back out of the zone after he went off the glass, went out of the zone. Sent across, is intercepted. Here's a shot and a save made by Hand. Looks like it was Brewer that had that opportunity. And it's now Ian Schweitzer. Schweitzer will carry it in the offensive zone. He'll swing in wide. That shot goes off of a stick, goes into the netting, and we get a whistle with 10:43 to go here in the first period. Face off here on from the near side, from the right of Lewis Yerke. Face off is won by Sioux Falls West, and quickly into the offensive zone now for the Flyers. This shot moving in. Hand will juggle that and catch it, and we get a whistle at 10:34 to go here in the first period. And a face off will be to the right of Hand. Jack Campbell, Jackson Dunn, along with also looks like Carson Edwards on this offensive line for Coach DeBates and Sioux Falls West, who went to the championship last year and ran into the buzzsaw of the the Rushmore Thunder. We have yet to lose a game in the last couple years right now. Here's a turnover. Edwards starts to walk in underneath. There's a good move between, and then Edwards plows in to Jace Hand. He couldn't stop himself, but that should be goalie interference, and it will be. And the Caps will get their first power play, the Boys and Girls Club power play, as Edwards will go for 2 or less. It'll be goalie interference against Edwards. Made a really good move, go between the legs of the defenseman. And then got a backhand shot on Hand, who made the save, but Edwards couldn't stop himself and just ran right through and fell over the top of Hand. And that's, other players, it's probably not going to be called, but you do it to the goalie, that's should be called 99% of the time. Here's Dylan Dotson, the face-off win for the Capitals. Dotson with a shot, goes off of a stick and wide of the net, near side corner. Back out of the point for Beam. He'll walk the line, pass goes across for Dotson. Walks in, top of the face-off circle, he'll spin back. Dotson still at the blue line, walks it high slot. Dotson now near side face-off circle, top of the face-off circle, back out top for Beam. He'll go far side now for Bowder. Trying to send one across over for Dotson. Beam trying to hold it in the zone. Good job by Beam to hold it in. He'll play to the corner, and it's going to be played by Sioux Falls West, but not out of the zone. Bowder trying to play it back around, and it's now picked up by the Capitals. Out to Beam another time. Beam walks in, that shot. Beastrom trying to set himself in front of the net. That was Furman that took the shot. Jack Campbell can't get it out the first time, and his second effort does get out of the zone. 1:09 to go in the power play. 9:18 left to go here in the first period. This pass will go into empty space, and it will be now picked up back up by Sioux Falls West, who will wait as long as they can, as Zinter now will throw it down the ice, and 55 seconds to go, and the main advantage for the Capitals. It is Dodson moving into the neutral zone right up the center of the ice to the far side. He tries to swing in, lost the puck. Backhander goes to the glass, and it'll come out of the zone. It'll be sent here to the near side from Bowder over to Beam. Now Dodson, his pass goes across, but that's going to be intercepted. Now back in for Sioux Falls West. Short-handed shot goes high over the top of the crossbar, as that one came from Connor Lindersmith. And then at the blue line, Dodson will pick it up. He'll leave it for Furman, moves it up ahead for Logan Anderson. Anderson moves in, 20 seconds to go in the power play. He'll spin a circle, but he lost the puck. It'll be sent all the way around by Sioux Falls West. And one last rush here for the Capitals if they can get something set up. Caps are in the midst of a change. They did not want to go too many men on the ice, so that will pretty much take care of the power play, as Hand had to stop a clearing attempt. Anderson tries to go across, nearly intercepted, comes back to Anderson. He'll send it in deep, and we're back to 5-on-5. It was good puck movement by the Capitals, but no real good shot attempts by the Caps in that power play. Far side for Henry, and he'll send it across up the boards on the far side. Beckett Haldy will start to carry it in. Good stick played by Cooper Beastrom. And from the near side is Spencer Sharon. That will go here for Jackson Brewer. Over to the far side, as first time we'll see Braxton Sturt's name. He'll get the pass back from Sharon with 7:40 to go in the first period. Sturts, he gets tripped up. Penalty coming up against the Capitals. 7:37 to go here in the first period. And it will be Schweitzer that will go to the box with a trip. And it's a golden opportunity right now on the Hermanson endodontics penalty kill, but the first power play for Sioux Falls West, a chance to go up 2-0. See if the Caps have a good penalty kill. Face-off will be won by the West Flyers. Jackson Henry, the goal scorer, near side of the boards for Beckett Hall. To the point for Henry. His shot goes off of a body, hits the netting. We get a whistle with 7:28 to go here in the first period. 9 seconds gone by in the power play. Face off to the right of hand. It is won by the Flyers. Haldy, pass goes back to Henry, starts to walk in from the point. Now for the top of the face-off circle, they score. Jackson Brewer took the shot. Jack Campbell might have tipped it in, but it's a 2-0 lead for the Sioux Falls West Flyers. We'll see exactly who it was that scored the goal, but with 7:20 to go, it looks like it's going to be Jack Campbell who will get his first of the year. Brewer will get his first points of the year. And it's a 2-0 advantage. Campbell from Brewer and Beckett Haldy. Haldy has his first point as well. 2-0 of American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 7:15 to go here in the second period. This will be behind the nets as it's Landry Van Rokel over to the far side. Caden Waltine out to Lyle Bonnie. And Bonnie will get it out of the zone. It'll be sent back in by the Flyers. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Landry Van Rokel trying to move it up to Waltime. Held in the zone by the Flyers. Beestrom behind the nets. He is tied up. Jim Netto helping out. It'll be flipped into the netting, and we get a whistle with 6:48 to go here in the first period. By the way, we want to send a shout out. The Pee Wee C team is watching in Watertown tonight. Tough loss in overtime for them, but they'll be back at it tomorrow looking for a big win. And we give a shout out to that Pee Wee C team for the Hawaii Capitals. Watching, I believe, in their hotel, one of the hotel spots from Watertown. So good to see them watching here on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Jack Campbell has it for Sioux Falls West. There's a shot attempt that is going to be broken up. Never got to the net. Spencer Sharon holds it in for the West Flyers. This will be sent down. Puck is wobbling its way down, and it will be an icing with 6:17 to go here in the first period. Another offensive zone face-off for the West Flyers. 9-5 in shots, 2-0 with Jackson Henry and Jack Campbell both scoring goals here in the first period. Campbell's power play goal, it was tipped over the top of the glove of hand. Face-off will be to the left of hand. It is tied up, and it's grabbed by the West Flyers. Behind the net, Geelan. His pass is intercepted. The Capitals have it. Comes here to the near side, and it's out of the zone by Beam, and then Schweitzer gets tripped up by the linesman as he was trying to make a play to the puck. That shot goes wide by the Capitals. Bridger Babcock pinches in, holds it in the zone. It is Logan Anderson. Anderson out to the blue line. Beam can't hold it in. He'll send it back in, but the Caps have to tag back up. So the Flyers now have a chance to set up behind their own net. Sharon goes up to the far side. This will be grabbed here by Sturz and into the offensive zone by Hitz. His shot, right pad save made, kicked out by Hand, held in the zone, but is pushed back to the corner. That coming from Lindersmith. From the near side, Schweitzer does just barely get it out, but it's Zinter that moves it right back into the offensive end for the Flyers. Zinter into the corner. He still has it on the near side, plays it deeper into the corner in the offensive zone as it's back out to Zinter at the point. He starts to walk the line. His shot was blocked. Goes back to Zinter again, and he'll flip it to the far side corner. Bridger Babcock behind the net. Tries to fake out his man and does. It get some space over to Asher Vandenbos, but it bounced on him. Schweitzer takes the puck away. Vandenbos will flip it out of the zone, and this will go all the way down. And it will be no icing. Logan Anderson, he will get reverse hit by Jackson Henry. Big hit there by Henry. Anderson might have thought it was going to be an icing, so he slowed up a little bit. And this will be sent in from the blue line, or from the red line by Cooper Beestrom, and it bounced on net. Capitals' Dylan Dodson has it as he'll move it back in. Dodson will carry it in. His backhander goes in front of the crease. Chopped out, and then swiping at it was Dodson, but he just couldn't get the shot on net. Here's back to Beestrom. His shot will be blockered down wide of the net by Yerke. Centering pass in front, and a big save made by Yerke. Brecken Furman was robbed of a goal to make it 2-1 on a near two-pad stack save by Yerke. So old school NHL save. Unbelievable way to track the puck by Yerke. Dodson will carry it in the offensive zone. He's trying to lay reverse hit on Brewer. Gets to the corner for Jackson Henry. Back here to the far side. That one goes off the boards, down but not far enough for an icing. Circle that one. About 4 minutes to go, and Furman being robbed. That one should be an ice. Nope, it won't be an icing. Play will continue. Up ahead, that one misses Berg. Comes out of the zone now 2-on-2 with Furman and Dodson. That will move into the zone. Dodson carries it in, trying to center one for Furman, but just couldn't get to the front of the net in time. Goes back out to the blue line. Now a chance for a breakaway. Jackson Berg. Beestrom dove for it, missed it. Berg will somehow get it between the legs of Handed in. It's a 3-0 lead. That one had very little movement after it got past Hand, but it had just enough momentum. And Jackson Brewer will score his first of the season. And a 3-0 lead here for Sioux Falls West in the first period with 3:14 to go. Right now they're calling it an unassisted goal. Well, we'll make that to Haldy that will get the assist. I'll say it was moved up towards Brewer from one of the Flyers players. It was Beckett Haldy. So it's now a 3-0 lead. This will go for an icing with 3:04 to go here in the first period, 3:03 to go. So what could have been a 2-1 game, if not for Lewis Yerke's two-pad stack save, diving across the crease, turns into a 3-0 lead now for Sioux Falls West. Jackson Henry behind the net. He'll move it to the far side. Carson Edwards has it. He'll try and settle it down. Seen Edwards be on the defensive side of things for the last couple of years, but he's one of the forwards now for Sioux Falls West, at least in this hockey game. Asher Vandenbos will pick it up. He was right at the blue line. He carried it back out and will send it cross corner dump in. As Jackson Goring will now have it to the far side of the ice. Edwards will move it up to the blue line. Babcock can't hold it in the zone. Now a chance for a 2-on-1 as it's going to be Dunn that carries it in. Dunn's shot was blocked by Beam. Now Beam will pick it up and go across ice over for Schweitzer. Bounces off of his skate and he'll have to swipe it out of the zone. Starting to move back in. Bridger Babcock intercepted that dump in attempt. Brecken Furman back in his own end of the ice. His pass goes across for Dodson, trying to chop at it, bounced over a stick, and now Schweitzer will pick it up. Sends it here for Bridger Babcock, who walks it in. Babcock tried to leave it for Dodson. Back out of the blue line, Furman will send it through, and that one nearly was tipped by Schweitzer, but nearly got between the legs of Yerke, who just got his pads down and the paddle down to make the save. 1:53 to go here in the first period. Far side now for Sioux Falls West. There's a big check from Furman as he came and laid the big hit on Haldy, but Haldy gets right back up and nearly had the puck to the side of the net. Sturts is able to hold it in the zone on the far side. Here's a wind-up shot that got slowed up, and Hand will cover to get the whistle with 1:35 left to go here in the first period. And a 3-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Face-off will be to the left of Hand. This will be won by Aiden Bowder. Landry Van Rokel will send it around the boards to Dylan Dodson. Out to the blue line, held in by Sioux Falls West. That'll be backhanded out of the zone by Furman. All the way down, Spencer Sharon will have to pick it up. 80 seconds to go here in the first period. See if the Caps can get just one here to kind of settle things down going into the locker room here in the first intermission. Near side for Burr as he'll send it across for Carson Edwards. That one misses his stick. Cooper Beestrom trying to avoid a check. Furman will send it up the ice. Sharon will pick it up in his own end and send it here to the near side. Tipped along by Sioux Falls West, but Aiden Bowder had it for a moment. Now Carson Edwards in the last 53 seconds of this period. That'll be offside against the West Flyers. As Edwards was standing offside, it was pushed in by Essen Yerke. And then touched up by Edwards for the offside, and we get a whistle. 51.7 to go here in the first period. Jack Campbell, Ian Schweitzer will take the face-off. Face-off will be controlled here by Schweitzer. It'll be sent from beam over far side. Anderson, bouncing puck, still loose near the Sioux Falls bench. Now the Flyers have it, comes to the near side. Bonnie trying to get to it. And Linesman will get hit by the puck as it was trying to be flipped up by Zinter off the glass. Trying to send it down the ice. Puck is still bouncing around at center ice. Bonnie will send it all the way in. Slowed up by Yerke, settled down by Yerke. 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Good exit out of the zone by Sioux Falls West, but the pass by Campbell misses Dunn, and we get a whistle with 15 seconds exactly here in the first period. And everything about that exit out of the zone was perfect except the pass from Campbell to Dunn. Just missed him, and it results in an icing, and see if the Caps can make this hurt. Face-off will be to the left of Yerke. Can the Caps get one here to make it hurt and to get some momentum going in the locker room? Only 15 seconds to go. Ian Schweitzer will take the face-off. Coach DeBates talking with the referee about something. I'm not sure what the conversation might be about. Oh, they're going to, referees keeping somebody on the ice. Yeah, Campbell should be on the ice. He was the one that made the pass to Jackson Dunn. It gives a chance anyway for the, if they didn't want the, well, it doesn't matter. They can make the change. The NHL rules that would make a difference, but they can make a change, and I guess maybe they were saying it was too late of that change, and that's why they are keeping Campbell out there. But Schweitzer will take the face-off. Schweitzer, this will be controlled by the Capitals. Schweitzer still has it, trying to center one back. 10 seconds to go. That one sent behind the net, out to the blue line. It is now Beam. To that shot and a save made with 3.9 to go. And do you pull Jace in with 3.9 left and get 6 on 5? But I don't think Coach Badger's in any kind of rush to get a 6 on 5 in the first period right now. You don't want any disaster. I don't know if the puck can get all the way down in 3.9 seconds, but that's the last thing you want to have happen. Face off, trying to get it control. It goes to the corner. That will take us to the end of the first period. It is a 3-0 lead for Sioux Falls West. Lewis Yerke with a huge save that would have made it 2-1, but instead it is 3-0, and it's 3 different shots, 3-shot difference on the shot chart. 12-9 in favor of Sioux Falls West, and it's a 3-0 lead for the West Flyers at the end of the first period. We will step aside. We'll come back with our first intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Since the day First Fidelity Bank first opened its doors for business in 1905, we've served the credit and investment needs of this area. The money that's deposited with us is reinvested locally in the form of loans to area families, farms, and small businesses, where it can help create new opportunities for everyone in our community. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Hi, this is Cooper Beecham, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And we welcome you back as we are in the first intermission report. The Oahe Capitals are down 3-0 at the end of the first 17 minutes. As the scoring in that first period, it was Jackson Henry, a minute and 8 seconds into the hockey game, got the goal from Jack Campbell and Jackson Dunn. Then it was Jack Campbell that scored from Jackson Brewer and Beckett Haldy. And then Brewer scored from Haldy to make it 3-0, where Lewis Yerke made an incredible save on a shot in front by Furman that nearly made it 2-1. And then about a minute later, the goal was scored to make it 3-0, and the difference in how close things can be in this game, but still feel far apart. 12-9 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls West. And it is a 3-0 lead of the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby and scoreboard. Both teams are 0 for 1. I think that's the Capitals are 0 for 1 in the power play. Sioux Falls West is 1 for 1 in the power play. As Campbell's goal was a power play goal, 7:20 to go in that first period. Jay Sanders made 6 saves on 9 shots in that first, as again the only 2 penalties. Carson Edwards got called for goalie interference. Ian Schweitzer got called for a trip. And those are your stat total, scoring, penalties, all of that here in that first period. We'll take another break. We'll come back here in the more of the first intermission report. So we'll check in on the Oahe Capital girls team as they are taking on the Brookings Rangers in Brookings right now. We'll come back and have an update for them. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pier. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also, check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Hi, this is Dylan Dotson, the captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we walk you back, it is a 3-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard for the Sioux Falls West Flyers over the Hawaii Capitals, as we give a live look in courtesy of the Brookings Rangers YouTube, as they're in the third period. It's a 5-0 lead for Brookings over the Hawaii Capitals, as it looks like the Caps will, and again, they're still 7:28 to go in the third period, can make a comeback and try and get back into the hockey game and see if they can get a point. But you're looking live, if you're watching on YouTube at KCC or Capital City Rock Sports, it is Kenzie Grendler that has scored twice. Sawyer Triplett has scored twice, and Maya Forrester has a goal as well, as the Caps are trying to get one back here in the offensive zone. Not going to do a full play-by-play of the hockey game, but the Hawaii Capital girls getting down 5-0 right now. We'll keep that game up courtesy of Brookings Rangers YouTube as we talk more about scores from around the states. It is a 14-0 win for Rushmore over the Brandon Valley Ice Cats in boys hockey. Wyatt Reeder scored a couple of goals. Looks like he scored twice. Jackson Reeder scored twice. Wyatt Ballou had 2 goals. Colton Merchant had a goal. Jackson Hepper had a goal. Remington Mann, Caden Brozick, Andrew Welling all had goals. I think I missed one of them. I believe DeGeese, unless they moved. Yeah, Cooper DeGeese had a goal as well. So 14-0 win for Rushmore as they sweep that 2-game stretch. They won 16-1 yesterday. I believe the shots were unbelievable. 56-3. 56-3 Rushmore had over Brandon Valley in that win, as Rushmore is now 4-0 in the season. We're the only game going on right now in boys varsity. We look at girls varsity scores. It was a 6-3 win earlier today. Watertown beat Sioux Center Storm, as Watertown's now 2-1. They beat Aberdeen yesterday 3-2. Sioux Falls beat Sioux Center 10-1. And of course, the Caps game, it was an 8-4 win, but we didn't have any of those games going on by the time that we got off the air. Aberdeen and Rushmore are tied 2-2. Rushmore will play Watertown tomorrow. They're 0-4, Aberdeen at 0-2, but it's a 2-2 tie. Avery Eggers, Victoria Eggers has scored for Rushmore. Rachel Sifkin and Olivia Sandvig have scored for the Aberdeen Cougars. And again, 5-0 lead for Brookings over the Hawaii Capitals. We've got one more commercial break. Let's get you that right now. We'll come back with the second period after this. Capitals are down 3-0 to the Sioux Falls West Flyers. Back in 3 minutes here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
Giving Tuesday is quickly approaching, a day when generosity transforms lives. At the Boys and Girls Club of the capital area, every dollar you give helps open doors for local kids to learn, grow, and thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Your gift provides mentoring, academic support, and experiences the school can't provide, all in a place that believes every child has a great future. Your donation makes a real difference and could help you save on taxes. To donate, visit bgccaparea.org or contact the club at 605-295-4412. Help kids and make a lasting impact.
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at ferding.com. That's ferding.com.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Hi, this is Captain Ian Beam, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we are getting set for the second period. The Hawaii Capitals are down 3-0 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. And for this Capitals team, that first one will be a big one. If they can make it a 3-1 game, then it's still 34 minutes left of regulation hockey. And while Sioux Falls West was the better team in that first period, if you can be the better team in the next 34 minutes, I like the chances that the Caps can outscore Sioux Falls West by 3 if they are the better team in the next 34 minutes. This Capitals team has showed that against Aberdeen last week Sunday, where they were very much the better team last week Sunday, and were able to come back and down 2-1, end up winning 6-2, and outscored Aberdeen 5-0 from the second period on. As both teams, actually the referees, everybody is late on the ice. The whistles have gone already, and it is no referees, no players. Everybody's waiting to get on the ice. We are in a standstill. Not sure where the referees are. The teams have not even come close to coming out. Somebody's got to go get these guys. But it is going to be the start of the second period whenever the teams make their way out, I guess, and whenever the referees make their way out. Here come the referees now. Get the nets put back on. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as it is John McClure here with you. Corbin Beestrom running the camera, and Eliza Mayer is back in the studios on this Saturday night. We will have football on KCCR tomorrow. We've got another game here on Capital City Rock tomorrow afternoon as well. 2:30 will be first for the puck drop, with 2:10 coverage here on at Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. As Sioux Falls East's opponents here at the Shields Iceplex will be pretty much in the exact same spot for the game tomorrow as we are here this evening. We'll be on the air at 2:10 with a 2:30 puck drop for a Sunday matinee here at the Shields Iceplex. At some point, both these teams are going to come out on the ice. We got to play. There we go. The Capitals will be the first team to come onto the ice, as they'll go from right to left on your radio dial here in the second period. We were enjoying that, and that's okay. We're not even at 7 o'clock yet for the start of the second period. Everything's fine. Just I guess both teams maybe couldn't hear the buzzer sound. And by the way, the girls' game is in the final minutes of that third period. And again, Brookings is up 5-0, so it will be a win for the Rangers to stay unbeaten at now 4-0, where the Caps will fall to 3-1 on the season. And they will have next weekend off. There are no games next weekend. No Capitals boys or girls varsity games next weekend. We will get back with coverage, and it's a Sioux Center weekend, I believe, coming up on the 12th, 13th. You would think that I'd have the schedule memorized by now, but I will look at the girls' schedule here. The girls will be in Sioux Center on Friday, then taking on Sioux Falls on Saturday, December 12th and 13th. So 2 weeks from today, they'll be here in Sioux Falls with a game Friday night against Sioux Center. We're going to have both of those games on at Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Hawaii Capital boys, they will be playing on that Saturday against Sioux Center in Sioux Center. We will not have that game, as we'll have the girls game. We need an extra hour, and if we could have the extra hour, we could probably get there. Maybe we could. I'm not going to say that we are going to get it, because it's going to be almost impossible to do. But we will have the Sunday game on December 14th. So we'll have 3 games, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And then just about almost every single weekend, I think it is every single weekend after the December, this next weekend off. I believe we're ready to go. Aiden Bowder and Beckett Haldy are getting talked to right now. I'm not sure what the conversation is with the referees. I really don't understand what's going on. We have an issue with the door, I believe. The Caps are going back to the locker room right now. I don't know what is going on. All the guys are going to the locker room right now. The 5 guys that are on the ice are going to the locker room. They're going to get mouth guards, I guess. Everybody's going to go get mouth guards. So everybody that doesn't have a mouth guard has to go to the locker room to get their mouth guard. All right, so that delays us to get started again here for the second period again. That was an interesting one. Has been not seen that one before. Obviously, there's a reason to have it, but it is. Almost everybody went to the locker room to go get a mouth guard. But we are closing in on getting set for the second period now. And so Aiden Beam showing that he's got the mouth guard on. Interesting. I mean, it's not really that interesting overall, but how the referees caught it, how they had everybody go. Interesting to get us started for the second period. So, our second period just a little bit longer delayed. Again, it's KCCR FM Belante Riverfront Broadcasting Station. So, again, no games next weekend. Our next broadcast will be for the Hawaii hockey, obviously tomorrow at 2:30. But after the weekend is over, our next Hawaii Capitals broadcast will be the girls against Sioux Center at 8 o'clock on Friday, December 12th. And then they will take on Sioux Falls at 2 o'clock on Saturday, December 13th. If by chance it would be a video-only broadcast on December 13th with the Caps playing Sioux Center, I don't think there's going to be enough time because it's an hour drive from Sioux Falls to Sioux Center. But if there is a possibility, maybe we can get that game. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up that we'd have the broadcast on, but we could have a video-only broadcast to try and get you the Caps in Sioux Center, because we'll be there on Sunday as well. So we got to get back to Sioux Center anyway, or, well, we'll see how things all line out. But it'll be a Sunday game for sure at 12 o'clock on December 14th. Well, now another guy's going to go back to... We're getting more Capitals players on and off the ice right now. So we will get our second period finally underway, and it's Bridger Babcock that has it here for the Capitals, up for Brecken Furman. And it's now Jack Zinter that has it for Sioux Falls West as we are officially underway here in the second period. Jack Zinter that will send it down. It'll be slowed up by Jay Sand. And now the Caps, Bridger Babcock nearly got tripped up. His pass will come here for Brecken Furman. It'll come for Jackson Henry instead for Sioux Falls West, as he will settle things up here for Sioux Falls West behind the net. Furman blows a tire. Pass will come back to Henry. Now here for Haldy on the near side. Haldy will move it up the ice, trying to move it over for number 62, Edson Yerke, but it's going to be taken away by Aiden Beam. Here on the near side, that pass just misses for Dodson. It's going to be turned over and then sent in by Bowder. And Aiden Bowder will send it behind the net, where it's grabbed by Henry another time. Pass will come up. That one's blocked by the glove of Dodson. He'll hold it in the zone. Pass for Schweitzer, backhands it wide of the net. Here on the near side comes up for Cooper Beestrom at the point. Back to the near side. Face-off center to Dot. There's a pass over for Beam. He scores! Aiden Beam makes it 3-1. And there's that next goal that goes to the Capitals. And that's what they need. A good pass from the boards on the near side over to Beam. And he's able to get his second of the year. And it's a 3-1 hockey game. Big, big goal for the Caps. A minute and 13 seconds in this second period. Maybe the Caps can flip the script. It was a minute 8 seconds in that first period. Bowder and Beestrom will get the assists. So Beam from Bowder and Beestrom, and it's a 3-1 game. Here in the second period, a minute, 13 seconds in. As Landry Van Rocco the face-off win. And the Caps don't really need to press to try and get another one, but they want to take the momentum with them. If they get another one here, things become really interesting. As Ian Schweitzer will move into the offensive zone. Lyle Bonney can't swing it in deeper, but it'll be Spencer Scher that will turn over behind his net. Back out of the blue line, Beestrom trying to pinch in. Pass goes over for Jack Campbell. And it's Lyle Bonney again here with it for the Caps. Near side has the pass. This is turned over. Caps move it over for Schweitzer. Just missed by Bonney. Trying to get back over to Bonney with Schweitzer, but the pass was blocked by a skate. Out to the blue line for Beestrom. Trying to settle it down, and it rolled up his stick and out of the zone. So the Caps will have to tag back up. They're still offside right now. This pass will come here to the near side. This will be all the way down. This should be an icing, and it will be with 14:54 to go. So the Caps had a delayed offside when that pass was made, but the icing still happened anyway. An offensive zone face-off here for the Capitals. So Aiden Beam gets it from Bowder and Beestrom. They've got one of those 3 goals back. here to start the second period. 14:54 to go here in the second. Dodson will take the face-off. It is won by Sioux Falls West, nearly turned over off the glass, and will be just out of play. Flipped back by Beam, and the Caps tag up as it's Henry. That will come over here to the middle of the ice for Lindersmith on the far side, off the boards from Lindersmith. It is back to the Capitals, touched along by Babcock, chopping at it with Dodson to get into the offensive zone. Lindersmith will gain it back behind the net. Babcock trying to take the puck away from him. Babcock does. His pass goes out to the point for Dodson. Good stick handle move around Dodson on that far side at the top of the face-off circle. Lost the puck, and Lindersmith will send it around. Now Babcock will pinch in. On his backhand, he's able to hold the zone. Dodson now has it behind the net. Now it's Bowder again, trying to get his forehand to try and get a pass out in front, but the Flyers are all over him. Blowing a tire was Lindersmith. As it's now Furman that has it. He'll send it over for Babcock here on the near side. Babcock on his backhand. He'll turn to his forehand. Chopped a little bit. Might have got away with a slash in Sioux Falls West. Comes out of the zone, and Babcock will send it back in. Caps tag back up. It is now Lindersmith here for the Flyers. He'll gain the red line. Couldn't get it in deep. This is now Beam. That will send it over here for Furman. Turned it over. Lindersmith sends it to the net from the blue line, wide of hand. Beam now behind the net for the Capitals. 13:35 to go here in the second period. Off the glass, but can't get it over the top of a jumping Jackson Henry. It is now Dodson. Up ahead for Furman. He'll tip it at the red line and get it in deep. That's a good play there from Furman. Got the puck in deep as Henry now will play it for Sioux Falls West. Nearly turned over to Dodson, but it's now the other way here for the Flyers. It is Brewer that will move in. That shot in the hand will make the save. Near side in the corner as it's Beam. Left it for Logan Anderson. Nearly turned it over. Brewer comes out in front, and it will be to the far side. That shot got wide. It'll be back behind to the near side of the corner. Out to the points. That shot by Sturz. That hits the boot of Dodson. He will go down, get right back up, but the Capitals will ice the puck anyway with 12:46 to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of hand. Three to 1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Jackson Brewer will take the face-off. Ian Schweitzer for the Capitals. It is won by Schweitzer, and then sent around by Van Rokel, and is flipped out of the zone by Logan Anderson. Puck will make its way back to the offensive zone. Now it's back the other way for Vandenbos. Vandenbos is in. His shot and a save made, and a couple players spill in front of the net of Louis Yerke. And we will get a whistle with 12:33 remaining here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Louis Yerke. Can the Caps get another one here to make this a one-goal game? Schweitzer will take the face-off. It is a shot on. That one just went wide, maybe off the side of the goalpost. Maybe hit Yerke to begin with. Over to the far side for Zinter. He missed the puck. Vandenbos back out for Van Rokel. That shot got through to bouncing puck and a save made by Yerke. That was redirected by somebody, whether that was from a Capital or Sioux Falls player. As this will come into the zone. And the puck was left by everybody. Haldy had it, but a good defensive play by Beestrom to get the puck back out of the zone. To be sent back in is now Schweitzer. He'll send it off the boards, out to the blue line. That will be offside. It just came out of the zone. So we get an offside call. 11:56 to go here in the second period. So face-off will be just outside the Capitals blue line. As Jim Netto will take the face-off against Jack Campbell. It was won by Campbell. The pass misses Henry. He was able to get a piece of it. Caden Walti racing after him. Here on the nearest side is Bridger Babcock that will pick it up. And the puck will come to the corner where Henry will have it for the Sioux Falls West Flyers. We said his name a lot. He's been all over the ice, especially the defensive end. This is turned over. Walti can't get a shot free. Try to center one for Netto. Out to the blue line. Babcock keeps it in the zone. That puck will bounce in front of Bonnie as he's looking all around for it, and it was just above his helmet. And it'll come here to the near side where the Capitals will pick it up. Centered one by Walti, but it goes right to the glove, and stopping it was the goalie in Louis Yerke. We've had just 2 shots, 3 shots on goal. Make that 4 shots on goal, 1 for Sioux Falls West and 3 for the Capitals. With 11:21 to go, almost 6 minutes into the second period. Not a whole lot of shots on goal, but a lot of action. Here's a shot by Beam off the face-off and the save made. Another chance. That one, I don't know how that one missed. It might have gone just wide of the goalpost. Might have even gone off the goalpost. This will be an onside play. Stick goes flying into the zone. And it's now taken here by the Capitals. And Brecken Furman, 2-on-2 with Dotson in. Furman moves in. He'll stop and start. He'll protect the puck and send it off the boards. Bowder, now it'll be back behind the net where Zinter will pick it up. He'll send it around the boards. It was cut off by a Flyers teammate behind the net and then sent out of the zone for Carson Edwards. But a good job by Beam, who had it for a moment, but Edwards picked his pocket. Played back behind the net. Edwards centers in front, and then a save made by hand. And somehow he can't find where it was at, but he felt it long enough on his left pad. Or is it in his breezers? No, he's just going to fix his breezers. I thought maybe he was going to pick the puck out of his breezers there for a second. 10:36 to go here in the second period, and Jay Sand makes a phenomenal save and keeps this a 3-1 game. Face-off is won by Sioux Falls West. That shot blocked by Schweitzer. He does come out of the zone, but just too far for the Capitals to get to it. Schweitzer will go down along with Spencer Sharon. Puck will come out of the zone and into the neutral zone. Vandenbos trying to back it in. Could not, and now it's here to the near side for Sturts. He'll send it. That one went wide of hand. Now it's behind the net for Cooper Beestrom. He'll go underneath the check. Schweitzer will send it out of the zone. But it's now Sturts, who goes run into by Logan Anderson. Lindersmith will pick up the puck. Good defensive play by Landry Van Rokel to knock the puck free. Capitals are still trying to pick it up, and a shot came through and a save made. Braden Hintz had the shot, and Hand made the save with 9:57 to go here in the second period. And still a 3-1 lead here for the Flyers over the Capitals. 15-14 now in shots in favor of the West Flyers. Face off to the right of Jace Hand. It'll be Essen Yerke that will take it, but it's won by Dodson. Bridger Babcock to the far side. That'll be picked up by the Flyers again. Top of the slot, blind shot and a save made by Hand just off the right pad. That one came from Beckett Haldy. Centering one over, and that one misses for Zinter. And now it's Dodson up out of the zone, sent all the way back down. It was a potential offside or icing, but it might have gone off of Hand after everybody was cleared out. So there was no icing or offside. As now Dodson will have it 3-on-2 for the Capitals as they hurry in. Dodson will carry it on his off wing as owed back into the net, but that one was broken up by Henry. Now grabbed here by Beam, who's got the lone goal for the Capitals. Beam, Dodson centers one, no one there for the Capitals. As it was Bowder that was in front of the net, but not quite there on that side of the net. Haldy moves in. That shot, that's blocked by Cooper Beestrom. That stung a little bit as it hit him on the outside of the knee. Behind the nets, the Capitals will play it. Aiden Beam up ahead for Dodson. Caps again can go 3-on-2. Furman carries it in. Caps, though, are trying to make a change. And now it's turned over, and Jackson Brewer on a breakaway. Brewer, and he scores. Second goal for Jackson Brewer, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Sioux Falls West Flyers. The Caps are in the midst of a change. Furman lost the puck at the blue line, and it went the other way, and it's a 3-goal lead again here for the Flyers. So Brewer gets his second. And the Caps are up by 3. Face-off back at center ice. Jack Campbell, Owen O'Daniel face-off, and it will be won by O'Daniel. Cooper Beestrom here for Triton Parmley. Now Bonnie just misses for O'Daniel, and now here on the nearest side for Carson Edwards. Edwards moves in. That shot goes wide of hand. His glove is halfway coming off. The pass will miss everybody and out of the zone. It'll be to the far side of the ice. It is intercepted. It is Van Rokel. Carson Edwards carries it in. Edwards on his backhand. He scores. Edwards makes it 5-1, and 2 quick goals here for the Flyers in a 4-goal lead. And for Carson Edwards, that's his first goal of the season. 2 goals, 29 seconds apart. 4-goal advantage now for Sioux Falls West. Schweitzer and Campbell back at center ice. As we look at the scoring for this one, it is the Caps that have it back behind the net right now, looking for an opportunity to center one. Schweitzer has a bouncing puck. And it'll be here behind the net. Schweitzer again trying to center one. Puck is still behind the net. Now near side as it comes out of play and it goes into the stands. So Campbell and Dunn both get the assists on that one. And it's a 4-goal advantage with 7:47 to go here in the second period. Face off to the left of the goalie, Lewis Yerke. Henry trying to pick it up. Near side, out to the blue line, Beam. We'll send it all the way around to the far side for Schweitzer. That puck will be grabbed here by the Flyers. To the blue line, Bridger Babcock steps up and holds it in the zone. Schweitzer behind the net. This will be centered out and no one there. Logan Anderson centered it, but no one was there for the Capitals to pick up the puck. Back behind to the near side corner, it is Beam. Beam lost the handle of the puck. He will send his man to the boards and it hits out to the blue line for Henry. That shot did not get through, was blocked right before it got to the net. And it's still the Flyers that have it. Now it's Henry again. Pass goes across for Zinter, walks in. That shot, hand never saw it. Missed the net, again off of a body. And had him going high over the netting, or not of the netting, but of the goal. As it stayed in play, this one goes off a stanchion and it's going to be held in by Sioux Falls. Dodson now here for the Capitals, up ahead for Logan Anderson. Anderson will carry it in the zone. Anderson, and that shot and the save made as he was trying to go low glove side on your. Anderson can't hold it in the zone. Beastrom, who blew a tire, nearly was just able to get back up. Henry as Bowder goes down, and then Dylan Dodson with the reverse hits. It was offside. I don't think Dodson actually was trying to hit Linder Smith, but he ran into him and got a good shoulder check in. It was incidental contact, so that's why there was no penalty, no interference. Dodson's head was looking up the ice, back past the blue line, and Linder Smith was coming from behind him. That one will be sent in from the behind the red line and went on net, so there is no icing. 6 minutes to go now here in the second period. A 4-goal lead for Sioux Falls West. Centering pass. This will be turned over as unable for the Capitals to find a way to get a handle of the puck. It wasn't really turned over as it just wasn't handled cleanly by the Capitals. And it's now taken here for the far side. This will be for Beastrom. Make that for Dodson, now sent back in. It'll be to the near side. Bowder. It'll be now grabbed here by Keller Shaw. Shaw up ahead. His pass just misses for Dodson. It is Brewer that will lead it up ahead. Out for Carson Edwards. Edwards starts to carry it in. Edwards trying to gain control of it to the near side. That will be sent towards the net. Dodson. It'll be played around as it's now looking for Bridger Babcock, but it's grabbed by the Flyers. This centering pass will come back out to the point. There's a penalty coming up against the Capitals. Diving, trying to get on the puck, and eventually getting on the puck was hand, and a cross check is going to be called against the Capitals with 4:56 to go here in the second period. It is just the second penalty against the Capitals, third overall in this game. And it's Dodson that will get called for the cross check. And it is an opportunity for the Flyers to go up by 5 if they can get the opportunity to score. Face-off will be out to the blue line. Then it'll be here to the near side now for Henry. Henry back far side. Pass goes right back to Henry. That shot right on, and a save made by hand, and we get a whistle.
That penalty results in a Sioux Falls West power play.
Face-off will be to the right of hand. Here in the near side, this will come out of the zone. Flipped out by Schweitzer, but Henry will gather it back here for Sioux Falls West. Brewer, who has 2 goals. Henry comes over. This will be, the pass goes off of a skate. Swept out of the zone by the Capitals. 1:20 remaining here on the power play. Henry carries it back in. Beckett Haldy here on the near side. Back for Henry. Now for Haldy. He'll backhand it to the net, and Hand was able to get over. That was a hard play for him to track, trying to watch the puck and go across the crease. But Haldy didn't get a lot on the backhand and allowed Hand to make sure he grabbed the puck and get the whistle. 4:09 to go here in the second period. 1:13 remaining on the power play for Sioux Falls West. Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. Out to the top of the point. That shot blocker down. The puck is still loose. Hand trying to find it. It is still loose around the crease. Hand lost his stick as he's trying to maybe pick it. He's not going to pick it back up right now. He will bend down to try and pick it up. He will be able to grab his stick as the Flyers will get it back to the blue line. And it comes out of the zone. It's Max Schmitz now, shorthanded. Schmitz will wait and then backhand it into the zone. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. It is moved up ahead. Egan Geelan that will carry it in. Geelan behind the nets. Sends it over the far side. That shot maybe off the mask of Hand, but he makes the save. Back here for Edwards again for the face-off. Dot save made. Rebound goes between the legs of Hand, and it somehow stayed out. And the Capitals went diving to the other side of the net since Lindersmith was trying for a wraparound who had a wide open net, but the Caps were able to keep it out from the back of the net. 15 seconds to go on the power play. That shot and a save made by Hand after it was tipped on. The rebound bounced over the stick of Geelan, who had an opportunity at an empty net. 3 seconds to go on the power play, so the Caps do kill it off. They're now 1 for 2 on this penalty kill tonight, as Geelan will move it up ahead, and it's now Edwards that will grab it from the blue line. He'll send it wide of Hand. Making the change here, the Flyers. I think they got, well, they don't have 6 guys on the ice. They are, it looked like for a moment that they had too many on the ice, but the change was good for Sioux Falls West right at their bench, as Bowder will move it up ahead for Vandenbos. He'll send it around the boards. They have Dodson out on the ice right now, along with Bowder, trying to get Brecken Furman out to complete the line for the Capitals. 2:20 to go on the period here in the second. Caps are down 5-1. On American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. They made it a 3-1 game. Here's now Beckett Haldy, backhander in front, and Hand's able to make the save. Stayed with it, and with 2:10 to go here in the second period, we get a whistle and an offensive zone faceoff upcoming here for the Flyers. 28-15 in shots. It was at one point 13-12. 16-3 as of late for the Flyers, and they've picked up a 4-goal lead right now. This puck behind the nets, and it'll be centered, but can't get that over to Dunn. That was coming from Charles Nelson. Nelson will get it back, but he is thrown to the boards by Dodson. There's a shot that will go wide by Campbell, and now it's Henry that will pick it up. Henry Dunn. Now it's grabbed by Dodson. 100 seconds to go here in the second period. This will be flipped to the near side. This will go down. They will call icing. Just barely got to the red line for an icing with 1:35 remaining here in the second period. Face off to the right of Hand. With 95 seconds to go here in the second. And the Caps down by 4. Campbell and Schweitzer. It is Schweitzer that won the face-off. Out to the blue line. That does come out of the zone. To be sent back in by Sioux Falls West. Furman will have it behind the nets. He'll send here to the near side. Off the boards, up ahead for Schweitzer. Now the Capitals can move in 2-on-3 into the offensive zone. Schweitzer with a shot that goes off of a skate. And it'll come here to the far side of the corner, where it's grabbed by the Capitals again. Daniel trying to send it across, but it's intercepted. Now Carson Edwards trying to move in on a breakaway. Edwards moving in, and a good stop there by Hand. Beam went up high on Hand, trying to dive for it, and thankfully everybody is okay as we're in the final minute of the second period. Edwards will pick it back up. Edwards, that shot, that one never got to the net as that one was broken up. It'll be set down, and now here's a chance for Logan Anderson coming for the puck. Anderson, a backhander, and that was a save made. Centering one for O'Daniel, winds up with a slap shot with a save. Schweitzer was trying to get to the puck as well out of his crease was Yerke, and they ran into each other. There's a huge hit and a penalty coming up against Anderson. We get a player that is still down who got hit by Anderson. And it will be Anderson that will go to the penalty box. DeBates will make his way out. Coach DeBates will walk his way over. Did not see who the player was that had gone to the ice. He got hit by Anderson. No penalty up on the board yet, but he got hit by Anderson away from the boards and then fell into the boards. And the referees are talking about what they're potentially maybe going to call on Anderson. Do have the trainer walking over to get onto the ice. We'll see what the call is going to be. And the trainer getting onto the ice here now is, again, we'll still kind of waiting on the call. They're actually going to call a major boarding penalty on Anderson. That will send him for the rest of the night. We've had a couple of people say that maybe they've lost the sound. I think if somebody's asking you, maybe get out of the YouTube broadcast and go back in. I got on the phone for me and was able to see hear the sound again. So maybe getting out of the YouTube video and getting back in will help get the sound back if you're watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Because I believe should still have sound. Now, John Katilnik is listening. He was one of those guys that had lost sound, but it seems like he's got it back as well. And again, I did not see the number for the Sioux Falls West Flyer player that is down. But he is going to sit up, so that is a good sign. And the trainer is still looking, and again, we're waiting to see. Again, Logan Anderson is going to call for a major penalty. So he will be kicked out. And that then I believe could end up being again, still haven't seen the number, but it's Jack Campbell that is back onto his skates, but he is struggling to get his balance right now. He'll be helped with a couple teammates to the bench. And maybe to the locker room. Yeah, they're going to get him to the locker room. So they're going to get him to the locker room to be checked out. So as the ovation for Jack Campbell, who will, I would say, unlikely to return to this hockey game tonight, which you hope that he can return. Maybe, I don't know their schedule off the top of my head of when they play next, but you hope that he's able to come back for that next game. But obviously the concern of everything, hopefully that he is okay. And again, the concern is there and want to make sure that he is okay, but the biggest thing will be that the that he is able to come back and continue to play here this year at some point, and you hope that he can, whatever it is going to be just not even a game missed for an injury. Maybe it doesn't look like he'd be able to return here in this game, but it is one that you hope that if possible that he's able. So this again will be a 5-minute major penalty for a board to Logan Anderson. So he will be in the penalty. Well, someone will serve the penalty for the Capitals. They don't have anybody in right now, but that's because there won't be anybody that will come out here the next 25 seconds. Caps are trying to get to the end of this period. 18 seconds to go, and they will have to kill off all 5 minutes, regardless of how many times Sioux Falls West scores. Behind the net, trying to center one. There's a shot and a save, and that was a good block shot there by Beestrom. 6 seconds to go here at the end of the period. Caps do get out of the zone. It is offside with 0.1 seconds. They can just roll this one to the end of the second period. The referee is saying, hey, let's just roll it and get to the end of the period. So that will take us to the end of the second. So the Caps will have to kill off in 4 minutes and 33 seconds of a major penalty. And again, Sioux Falls West can score as many times as they can, and it will not end the power play. So with 4:33 remaining on a major penalty, the Caps are down by 4 going into the locker room, and we'll get set for the third period. We will step aside and come back with our second intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Giving Tuesday is quickly approaching, a day when generosity transforms lives. At the Boys and Girls Club of the capital area, every dollar you give helps open doors for local kids to learn, grow, and thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Your gift provides mentoring, academic support, and experiences the school can't provide, all in a place that believes every child has a great future. Your donation makes a real difference and could help you save on taxes. To donate, visit bgccaparea.org or contact the club at 605-295-4412. Help kids and make a lasting impact.
As a family grows, so does its financial needs. There are doctors and dentists, optometrists, lessons, braces, groceries, and more groceries. Then, of course, there's cars, college, and weddings to pay for. First Fidelity Bank is here to make the financial side of growing a family a little easier. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Hi, this is Captain Aiden Bowder, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is the second intermission here as the Hawaii Capitals are down to 5-1 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 3 goals in that second period. The Caps got the first one to make it a 3-1 game. Aiden Beam got the goal from Aiden Bowder and Cooper Beestrom. But then Jackson Brewer got the goal from Spencer Sharon, as it was a breakaway, but Sharon will get the assist. And then Carson Edwards from Jack Campbell and Jackson Dunn that came just about 30 seconds later, 29 seconds later, to make it a 5-1 game. And the Caps felt like they were getting the momentum back, and then that turnover, and it went the other way. And Brewer's second of the game made it a 4-1 ball game, hockey game, and now it's a 5-1 game. The Caps will still be on the penalty kill from 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and obviously other penalties could dictate that, but it will be 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and they will be with 4 guys on the ice. Logan Anderson got called for a major boarding penalty. Jack Campbell left the game with the injury. Anderson's intent was not to hurt Campbell. It was not to try and injure Campbell at all. And the hit was far from the boards, which made things a lot tougher and end up hurting Campbell. Not saying that he wouldn't have been hurt if he would have been next to the boards, but it might have lessened a little bit of the blow. Either way, not saying that it wasn't a penalty, that Anderson shouldn't have got the major penalty or anything like that, but that hit, had it been closer to the boards, maybe Campbell, it still could have been a penalty and everything else, but maybe Campbell wouldn't have gotten hurt. Again, it's not that Campbell did anything wrong in that play, but definitely end up being worse of a hit from where Campbell was at on the ice. And so Anderson got called for the boarding major and the game misconduct. I believe that would mean that he is not able to play tomorrow in the varsity game against Sioux Falls East. You hope that Jack Campbell is okay, and the next game for Sioux Falls East, whoever that may be, we can try and get you their schedule, or Sioux Falls West, excuse me. For Sioux Falls West, they will play Brookings next week Friday. Nope, 2 Fridays from now. Actually, they're going to play next week Saturday. There we go. Okay. Boy, that was hard to tell because, so they play tomorrow against Watertown. The Capitals game isn't in there right now because it's being played, but they will play in Watertown tomorrow. You hope that maybe Jack Campbell can come back and play tomorrow, but if not, they'll have next week Saturday that's against Yankton, down in Yankton. And again, you hope that maybe he's able to play in that game as well, but we hope the best for Jack Campbell, who did have a goal and 2 assists in this hockey game. You never want to see anybody go down with an injury. But the Caps are down 5-1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard through 2 periods. Let's take another break here in the second intermission report. We'll come back and fill you in with more scores from around the state. Other games starting to get close to being in action. We'll talk more about that coming up next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at ferding.com. That's ferding.com.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Hi, this is head coach Landon Badger, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here, we continue the second intermission report. It is a 5-1 lead for the Sioux Falls West Flyers over the Oahe Capitals as we check scores around the state. Final score so far today, Rushmore Thunder beat Brandon Valley 14-0. Earlier on Friday, we had 3 games be played. It was Mitchell and Huron tying at 3-3. Mitchell had to score 2 goals in the third period to tie the game up, and then ended up being a tie 3-3 in that game. Rushmore beat Brandon Valley 16-1, and the team that we'll see tomorrow, Sioux Falls East, got a 4-1 win over Brookings. They scored 1 in the first and 1 in the second, and a couple empty net goals to win 4-1 over the Rangers, who are 0-3 to start the year. Sioux Falls East is at 2-0. Right now, Watertown just took a 1-0 lead over Sioux Center. Jack Elsher had a goal just recently to make it a 1-0 advantage for Watertown over Sioux Center. That is in boys hockey. For the girls hockey, we're looking to see if maybe there's a final score for Aberdeen. They were playing Rushmore. And we had that game up, but now when we go to scores, it's no longer there right now. There we go. Aberdeen is winning 4-1. They won 4-3 over the Rushmore Thunder for their first win of the season, as they were able to score late in that game. Rachel Siefkin got the goal. Actually, that made it a 4-2 game before it was a late goal by the Rushmore Thunder to make it 4-3. Caps lost 5-0 to Brookings earlier tonight, and it was Watertown picking up their second win of the season, 6-3 over Sioux Center. Watertown did beat Aberdeen 3-2 on Friday. Sioux Falls beat Sioux Center 10-1 last night, and the Caps beat Rushmore 8-4 last night as well. So those are your scores from around the state. We've got one more break. Come back with the third period after this here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC,
224-6627.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Bridger Babcock, captain of the Hawaii Capitals, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we are getting set for the third period. It will be 4:33 of power play for the Sioux Falls West Flyers. As, again, they can score as many as they want in this power play. It will not end until the 4:33 is up. Now, obviously, if the Flyers would get a penalty called in there, that would make it 4-on-4. But as long as there's more than 2 minutes remaining, the Flyers will go back on the power play after the 4-on-4 is done. So Caps have to be very good for the first 4.5 minutes of this hockey game. They can play very good defensively. Yes, it starts to limit your time on trying to make a 4-goal comeback, but the biggest thing is you got to kill off these 4.5 minutes. Now, maybe you can be aggressive and try and get some opportunity to score shorthanded. You're going to have to use everybody. It's a long penalty kill. You have to use as many people as you can on the bench for Coach Badger, because there's going to be a lot of guys that need to get rest, and you know, you're going to be mixing and jumbling a little bit of lines. Brecken Furman, as well as also Asher Vandenbos will start. So you're trying to, Coach Badger, I think, has maybe mixed up some of those lines to put themselves in a spot where, hey, if we can move guys around. Obviously, Logan Anderson will not play the remainder of this hockey game as well. We move guys around, and then by the time that the penalty comes to an end, we can get everybody back to where we want to be and get those lines all squared away, as Asher Vandenbos will win the opening faceoff. But it will be Beckett Haldy that will carry it, or make that Jackson Dunn that will carry it in the offensive zone. Dunn will center one for Haldy. That misses his stick, out to the blue line for Henry. Near side for Brewer. Now back to Henry. Square away, makes a move around. Backhand pass out back for Brewer. And at the blue line, he'll look to throw it across ice, as now it's Haldy that walks in. His shot and a save made by Dunn. Make that by hand. As I was looking at Jackson Dunn, who was looking to get set back up in front of the net. Jackson Henry now with it. That shot, and Jace Hand makes another right pad save made. Behind the net, it starts to come out front. Good defensive play there from Aiden Beam. Now back for Brewer again. Brewer here on the near side, over far side for Haldy. Back to Brewer. His shot got through, and another save by hand. 3:40 to go on the power play. Jackson Henry, referee stops the puck behind the net as he tried to jump over the top of it, so the Capitals catch a break and they will clear the puck out of the zone. The Caps have to make a quick change here, as right back in comes Jackson Brewer. Brewer will move in. That shot, right pad, is saved by hand another time. He kicked it out, gave a big rebound, but the Caps were able to clear it to the near side, but not out of the zone. Haldy back for Brewer on the blue line again. He'll walk the line. Pass goes over for Henry, handcuffed him, and it comes out of the zone. Here on the near side, Carson Edwards in the neutral zone will circle around middle of the ice, and on that far side, left wing moves in. Edwards trying to get around, but a good play from the defensive side of things for the Capitals and Landry Van Roekel. Puck out to the blue line. Henry is able to hold it in. Brewer on the far side along with Edwards at the boards. Pass will come back out for Henry. 2:50 to go here on the major penalty. Haldy, that pass misses for Henry. That comes out of the zone, and the Caps will be able to get a breather as a Brewer will have to go back. They've not made a change yet on the power play for the Flyers. Now this is turned over. Brewer for Dodson. His shot just whistles wide here on the near side. Trying to go short side, the blocker side of Lewis Yerke. It would have been a huge goal for the Caps shorthanded, but now 2:20 to go on the power play. This is onside as Dunn will carry it in. Dunn with a shot off the pipe. Schweitzer chops at it, can't get to it. Still back behind the net, is picked up by the Flyers. Trying to center one, that one is missed by Hitz. Edwards still with it. He goes down, play will continue, arms stay down. Far side for Haldy, as Haldy will try and pick it up. Make that Sturts, number 86, that got it. Pass was faked by number 28 and Egan Gielan. Come here to the near side. Spencer Sharon will pick it up. Sharon here to the near side boards. That pass misses for Gielan. Now picked up by Dodson. And can he go shorthanded up the ice? Dodson tries to carry it in, going from his forehand to his backhand. And it's going to be grabbed here behind the nets and moved up ahead here for the Flyers. Sturts behind his own blue line. Spins around now here for Sharon. Spencer Sharon walks it in the offensive zone, leaves it back for Gielan. He'll send it over to the far side. That shot got through, they score. It is a 6-1 lead now. A blue line shot by Sturts, his first of the year. Braxton Sturts makes it a 5-goal lead on the power play. .45 to go here in the third period. Sturts from Hitz and Sharon. Hitz and Sharon, not Hitz. Hitz and Sharon. And it's now a 5-goal lead and still a minute 13 to go on the power play. So West can score one more time. They will start a run time here, and they still have the power play. Here's Brewer with a shot and a save by hand. This will be cleared all the way down as it will get out to be played here for Lewis Yerke. Jackson Henry behind the nets here on the near side. It'll be moved in from Jackson Dunn. Dunn behind the nets. He is being pushed off the puck by Beestrom, leaned on by Beestrom. Puck in the corner on the far side. Brewer will pick it up, 35 to go on the power play. Henry, he still has it. Henry with a shot. That one was blocked down, got towards the net, but not out of the zone by the Capitals as it comes out to the blue line. Henry still with it. He'll send one over, walked in. That centering pass for Edwards from Haldy was off the skates of Bridger Babcock. 18 seconds to go, walking in. That shot was blocked. Rebound is still there. Rebound again. The puck is still free in the slot. It's not out of the zone, but the Caps are able to fight off that chance. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Far side, 4 seconds remaining. Caps will get their man out of the penalty box. This shot was saved by hand, and now it'll be sent all the way down, and it will be iced by the Capitals because the power play had just expired with 12:21 to go here in the third period. The Flyers do score once on that 5-minute power play, and it's a 6-1 lead here for Sioux Falls West Flyers. Got a quick text saying that it looks like maybe more bruised ribs for Jack Campbell. You hope that is exactly the case, so that is much better news, and that's maybe he may not play tomorrow, but more likely you hope that then he would be back next weekend for Sioux Falls West. Looks like early indications, though, it is a bruised ribs for Campbell. Max Schmitz will move up ahead out of the zone. We play to the far side. Hitz will send it in as it goes off the glass. It is grabbed here by Ashton Greer. Greer, that pass is turned over to him. It is now in the corner. It is Clayton Walti. Walti will pick it up here for the Capitals. He'll send it over for Schmitz as he will carry it in the offensive zone. He stands up Sharon. Walti trying to pick up the puck, and it's now Greer that has it. And then Greer will gain the red line and send it all the way around. This will come all the way out of the zone, back to the Flyers, who are in the midst of a change. They were very clean on their change because they had guys jumping on and off the ice, and they were able to stay from having too many men on the ice. Here's a shot kicked away. Rebound came to Walti, and he just missed that one-time opportunity on the rebound. This will be out for Brewer at the blue line in the neutral zone. Pass will come over. Shot from the blue line. A save made by hand. That one coming from Edison Yerke. 10:52 to go here in the third period. It is now Walti that will pick it up. Walti trying to kick it along as he couldn't find where the puck was at. He just knew it was close to his skates. Brewer on the backhand trying to send it all the way across, looking for teammate in Goring. Now it's moved in. That shot. Hand made the save. He's able to get that with the blocker to cover it up and get the whistle as Henry walked in to get the shot away. 10:32 to go here in the third period. And tomorrow afternoon, we've got some more Hawaii Capitals hockey as they take on Sioux Falls East. Coverage will begin at 2:10 and a 2:30 puck drop here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Faceoff was won by the West Flyers. Here's a good check there from Dylan Dodson. Out to the far side, that shot a save by hand. It is Aiden Beam now here behind the nets. Beam will skate in the neutral zone, picking up speed in the offensive end. Trying to get a little bit of reverse hit on Spencer Sharon. It'll be played to the far side. Puck will come out of the zone and nearly turned over. Good play there from Ryan Anderson, who will get to a little bit more ice time here in this third period for the Capitals. Spencer Sharon up ahead. That one will be touched by Sturts into the zone. Anderson will race to it. Ryan Anderson, that is. Centering pass. That shot just whistled wide of the far post. That coming from Egan Geelan, who is looking for his first of the season. Now Jackson Henry here for Sioux Falls West. Starts to carry it back in. Backhanded by Ryan Anderson. Aiden Beam will send it all the way around for Dodson. Nice tip pass over for Parmley. Triton Parmley will carry it in the offensive zone. He'll send it all the way around the boards. Comes here to the near side. Lyle Bonney is able to hold the zone. Zinter was trying to keep from blowing a tire or losing an edge. Pass will go all the way across the ice. Comes out of the zone. Bridger Babcock will pick it up. Stays strong on his skates. Goes it for Bonney, and that one just misses back to Babcock. It'll be sent off the boards. And Greer now, that one misses him. Make that for Lindersmith, excuse me. And this will be too many on the ice for Sioux Falls. They've been really clean on those changes when the puck comes over to the bench. But that time, I believe it was Henry that just jumped on. But the guy that he was jumping on the ice for was not off the ice. And it will be Greer that will go to the penalty box. But too many men on the ice for Sioux Falls. It will be a bench minor. Will not go against Greer. Let's see if the Cavs can get one here with 8:59 to go. The second Boys and Girls Club power play. The face-off to the left of Lewis Yerke, who has made 3 saves, I believe, in this third period. He didn't put down the shots on goal after 2 periods. But it is too many on the ice. Too many men on the ice. Made just 1 save so far. So Greer is be the one serving it. Call him Greer, it's Greer. It is a good job by Brecken Furman to knock down a clearing attempt in the neutral zone. The Capitals with 1:30 to go on the power play. See if they can get one here. Love to be able to gain some momentum, a little bit of confidence going into tomorrow's game against Sioux Falls East. Aiden Bowder will start to carry it in. He'll leave it back for Schweitzer. Sends that one towards the net, but it was broken up, never got to the net. Here is now Beam looking for the shot. Can't get the tip, and a save made by Yerke. Dodson back at the blue line. He'll walk the line with it. He'll skate over far side or near side face-off circle. That centering pass was blocked. Furman's able to hold the zone for Bowder in the corner. Bowder behind the nets. He'll Play off the boards for Dodson, who will start to walk the line again. He'll send one to the net. It was tipped on and a save made. Yerke, the phone somehow was able to find the puck to get the whistle with 7:44 to go. And we will get the whistle. Still 45 seconds in the power play here for the Capitals. We got 2 shots on this power play. Face-off will be to the right of Yerke. Everybody was to the left of Yerke. And the linesman standing there with the puck near the face-off dot. Lyle Bonney will take the face-off. It'll be one. Sioux Falls will technically, I guess, get the win because it went out of the zone. It looked like it was won by Bonney, but he would have won it too cleanly. Babcock out for Van Rokel as he walks that line. That shot and a quick whistle as it was caught by Yerke, but he had dropped the puck. It was a quick whistle, but 7:30 to go here in the third period. Schmitz, who was in front of the net, got a little extra push, but the puck was free at the time, so he wasn't really going after the goalie and Yerke. But if you're Sioux Falls, you're also saying you heard the whistle, and you guys still trying to play the puck, so we're not going to be too happy about it. 20 seconds remaining here in the third period, or the power play in this third period with 7:13 to go. Bridger Babcock will turn the puck over. Jackson Dunn will move it on a breakaway. Dunn, and he lost the handle of the puck and might have gone off the toe of Jay's hand and keeps it from being a 6-goal game. 7 minutes remaining. The penalty will come to an end. Dunn behind the net now as we go back to 5-on-5. It was 3 shots in the power play for the Capitals, but Yerke made all 3 of those saves. Here is now Dunn again. That shot, and that one will be off and in. It was a save by hand, but the rebound kicked out in front. It was 6:44 to go. It bounces in off of Jackson Henry, who make that, was it Jackson Henry? Or was it, looks like it's going to be Egan Geelan that will lead the line out. It is Egan Geelan that will get the goal, his first of the season. It was 6:44 remaining here in the third period. It is going to be run time the rest of the way. Dunn took the shot. Geelan, who was just crashing the net, and just bounced off and in. So 6:44 remaining here in the third period. Face off back at center ice, and the rest of the way, unless the Caps are able to get within 4, it will be run time. Henry toe drag move. There's a shot. Good stick lift by Neto. There's another chance, and Hand will make the save. And the clock will continue to run even with the stoppage. 47-20 now in shots on goal. Here in this third period, it is 16-4 in shots. It was 12-9 in the first period, 18-7 in the second, and 17-4 in the third. 6:10 to go here in the third period. This will be a centering pass. Brewer will be out. Here is now Henry with a shot, and Hand will swallow that one up and get the whistle. As the clock ticks under 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We will recap today's action, get you set for tomorrow afternoon, as the Caps will try and get back in the win column against Sioux Falls East, who is 2-0 on the year after their win against Brookings on Friday night. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Asher Vandenbos will move it up ahead for Beam. Just couldn't quite get over to him, and it'll be sent in here by the Flyers, or by the Capitals to the Flyers into the ice. Jackson Goring will pick it up. Over on the far side is back into the zone for Grier. His shot, and there's another good save there by Hand. We'll get another whistle with 5:10 to go. And again, that clock will run down and keep moving here with a 6-goal lead, as Sioux Falls West is 1 shot on goal short of 50 in this game. You go back to that 2-pad stack save by Louis Yerke. That at the time was a 2-0 lead for the Flyers. Would have been a 2-1 game. And then about a minute later, the Flyers scored to make it 3-0. That one almost looked like it was offside against the Capitals. Play will continue as it comes back out of the zone by Sioux Falls West. Beam will pick it back up. He was the one that spun himself down by blowing a tire, as it'll be the far side But that save by Yerke, I think, changed a lot of the complexity of the game. Not that the Capitals couldn't find anything going, but I think the momentum would have been on the Capitals side, being down 2-1 instead of still being 2-0, and then a minute and a half later or so, ended up being a 3-0 lead. That would took the wind out of the sails of the Capitals, and knowing how close they were to being down by just 1, instead they were down by 3 at the end of the first period. As there's 4 minutes to go here in the third period. That one was just one of those big saves that you go back on and could be the difference. It probably was the difference, and I say that with a 6-goal lead right now by Sioux Falls West. Here's looking for a pass in front. They were trying to get it to Mason Chantherath as it was coming from Tanner Sharon. 3:30 to go here in the third period. This will be sent all the way down, and this will be an icing against the Capitals. Just to go back and finish up that point, that thought, is that Sioux Falls, they're dominating by 30 shots on goal right now. They're up by 6, but you go back to that save, and again, 2-1 or 3-0 score is a complete change of complexity of how the game is played. The rest of that first period and the beginning of the second period, because if the Caps also if everything starts to be the same, Aiden Beam scores, makes it a 2-2 game, and you're in a tie hockey game. Obviously, if everything stayed the same through, yes, it would not be close to the scoreboard right now. But just how close it was, and more the importance of Lewis Yerke making that save for Sioux Falls West. 2:30 to go, and this will be a penalty coming up against the Capitals. This will be sent over. Dotson will touch it up. It'll be a rough against the Caps with 2:23. The clock will continue to run. Not sure who it is that is going to go. They stop it at 2:21. And it will be, looks like maybe Dotson that will go to the penalty box, his second penalty. It'll be a rough against Dotson with 2:21 to go here in the third period. The fourth power play for Sioux Falls West. Clock has already started again as we start to get close to that final 2 minutes of this hockey game. Here is walking in. That backdoor feed tipped wide by Brewer. That one coming from Haldy. There's a shot that goes high overhand, goes off the glass, stays in the zone. As it's now Brewer. That will send it over for Henry. Back to Brewer again. Now to Henry as he walks the line, starts to walk in. That shot was blocked and then chipped out of the zone by the Capitals. With 1:40 to go now here in the third period. Lewis Yerke with 19 saves on 20 shots. As it will be Jackson Henry that will carry it in the backhand. The puck is still free, somehow still loose, and it'll be out of the zone and all the way down. With 1:17 to go here in the third. Behind the net, it'll be picked up. 47 seconds to go on the power play. Over on that far side, it is now in for Haldy. Haldy tried to get around Bridger Babcock. He could not. Hand played it to the corner. Puck will start to come to the net and back to Babcock again, and Babcock will send it all the way down. 45 seconds to go here in the third period. 7-1 is our score. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Brewer will move it up into the offensive zone. He's got 2 goals in this hockey game. To the near side for Sharon, Spencer Sharon that is. His shot, glove save made by hand. That will take care of the penalty with 20 seconds remaining here in the third period. Dotson has to stay in the penalty box until the whistle, or until the face-off is dropped. 10 seconds to go. Face-off is won by the Capitals. Dotson will come out of the penalty box, and it will be sent all the way down. Yerke will play it. He'll send it over the far side, and that will take care of the hockey game. 7-1 win for the Sioux Falls West Flyers over the Oahe Capitals, as the Caps will fall for the first time here this season. West will win their second game. We'll come back with our score totals after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Giving Tuesday is quickly approaching, a day when generosity transforms lives. At the Boys and Girls Club of the capital area, every dollar you give helps open doors for local kids to learn, grow, and thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Your gift provides mentoring, academic support, and experiences the school can't provide, all in a place that believes every child has a great future. Your donation makes a real difference and could help you save on taxes. To donate, visit bgccaparea.org or contact the club at 605-295-4412. Help kids and make a lasting impact.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local family-owned full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for a home of your own, or you have an eye on an investment property, First Fidelity Bank has the right mortgage for you. From a vacation home to building your dream house from the ground up. So stop by and get your mortgage loan from us. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Hi, this is Logan Anderson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back in here in the post-game show, the White Capitals will fall 7-1 here tonight to the Sioux Falls West Flyers. John Wickler back with you one more time here this evening. As it is, the Capitals who were down 3-0 after the first period, got a goal from Aiden Beam to make it a 3-1 game, but Jackson Brewer and Carson Edwards with that Brewer being on the power play. Campbell's goal on the power play in the first period, but Brewer and Edwards made it a 5-1 game after two, and then a couple goals in that third period. Braxton Sturts to the power play, and then Egan Geelan getting the goal to make it a 7-1 lead. And the Caps will fall here tonight as it was 2 for 4 in the power play for Sioux Falls West, 0 for 2 for the Capitals on the power play. Bowder and Beestrom got the assists in the goal from Aiden Beam, but it was a couple goals from Jackson Brewer tonight. He had 2, Jack Campbell, Jackson Henry, as well as also Geelan, Sturts, and Edwards all having a goal in the win for Sioux Falls West. And again, Campbell left with an injury as he will hopefully be back sooner rather than later for Sioux Falls West. Never want to see a guy miss a lot of time due to an injury. But the Caps will go to 2-1 of the season. They will take on Sioux Falls East tomorrow. It'll be 2:10 with coverage, 2:30 puck drop between the Caps and the Sioux Falls East Flyers back here at the Shields Iceplex going into tomorrow afternoon. So the Caps, they were outshot in this game 52-20. End up being 45 saves in net for Jace Hand and 19 saves for Lewis Yerke in the for the Sioux Falls West Flyers. Sioux Falls East, who won last night against Brookings 4-1. They're 2-0. They will take on the Capitals, who are now 2-1 tomorrow afternoon. Again, we've got coverage at 2:10 with a 2:30 puck drop here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. That'll wrap things up for us here from the Shields Iceplex tonight. We want to say thanks to Corbin Beestrom, who ran the camera for us tonight. Also, thanks to Eliza Mayer, and fully admit that I had messed up on our scheduling and put the wrong time for her, so I appreciate that she was there and was not mad at me for having to stay a little bit longer and than what the day should have been for her, but appreciate the work for Eliza Mayer back at the studios for us as well here tonight. So that will wrap things up for us here from the Shields Iceplex. A 7-1 win for Sioux Falls West over the Oahe Capitals, as we say so long from Sioux Falls.
You've been listening to the Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Capitals are brought to you by Leisure Palace, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, AGE, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Dakota Storm Roofing, Beck Motor Company, Ferding Electric, First Fidelity Bank, Xander Auto Parts, State Farm Becky Pottsba Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, the Boys and Girls Club, Hermanson Orthodontics, Weatherall Roofing, Wagner Auto, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, and American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency. Join us all season for more Capitals hockey here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.